Hey guys, welcome back to World of Warships. I'm your host, Rune. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. And today, we are back in our USS Ranger, checking it out. This time, we got another Ranger on our team, and we're versus a Ranger and a, the Hiryu, I think, is the Chinese Tier 7, or the Japanese, excuse me. Anyway, so we're trying to coordinate with our CV guys, say, hey, you know, we got to take out these CVs. But guess what, guys? That's not going to happen. It is a CV battle through and through for 2v2, basically, this entire go. We end out doing okay. There's a couple of dirt moments in here. But, you know, we end up getting a couple of kills. So let's take a look at this. I got to clear my throat. 1 second. So at this point, I'm trying to take a look. I'm doing a nice little cinematic view for you guys right here. So this is, again, post-commentary. I just did this. I feel like for CV gameplay, it gives you the most amount of interaction with me. So I can pay attention to what I'm saying and give you kind of like a play-by-play on what's going on for me. So they already have a fighter out there. I see that already. I got my fighter out there. I'm trying to send him to the middle. I'm trying to coordinate between our strike craft to get up along that that one line and just go all the way up. That's my plan, right? So we're taking a look at this, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to engage this fighter guy, you know. So that's what we're doing. But while we're getting into position here, let me just say, so for those that just quit their clan and then applied to our clan, I have to wait to accept you. I tried it today already. I tried it this morning when I woke up, and I could not accept your guys' invitations, so we have to wait. So every day, I am going to attempt, so tomorrow morning, I'm going to attempt to get you guys in. So just be patient. If we have to wait, unit, what was it, unit 123? Unit something. I don't want to use his real name unless he says it's okay. But anyway, he tried to apply, and he said that he couldn't join until like the 15th. And the application expires in 2 days, which guess what, is the 15th. So we might have to do some reapplying and stuff like that, but, you know, that's okay. Anyway, so here I've been doing a couple of strafes and stuff like that to get those fighters out of there, because there's a lot of fighter squadrons between a Hiryu and a Ranger. We're kind of screwed right there. And as you can see, I didn't notice this at the time when I was playing down, like, right here. I did not notice this, guys. And I did find out that my mouse in this recording actually works, so I can actually use my mouse to articulate some points. So we're focusing on the Hiryu right now, trying to get those drops in. We did get 3 fires on him initially and 7 bombs, which was really cool. He instantly put that out. My guys, however, though, are flying right in the line of fire of all those cruisers. He's got fighters out. It's a nightmare. My poor planes. I'm sitting here with my torpedoes now, just being like, oh man, you need to go faster. Faster, planes, faster. Fly her apart then. Because he's right there. He's not moving. And I'm like, come on. But then we get panicked. And I was like, no. No. So we're going to try to get a drop. I did shoot one down because I have that rear fire turret. And I was just trying to drop. I knew I was going to get deplaned here. I was just like, I just got to get some sort of, you know, torp out. And look at that. Look at that. Such a hole, even a barn can sail right through it. And look at that. I got destroyed. Meanwhile, I'm trying to cycle my planes out, and we got these guys coming down right here. You see? They're right there. He pinged it. You know, Captain Violence is like, help! So I'm like, I'm coming. So the fighters are all those planes are going for our Ranger, our FLN F6. So our carrier guy. I was trying to think if that was like Finn from Star Wars, but it's not. Anyway, so I get this strafe going. I kill some of them. It wasn't the perfect angle on him, you know, but I got 8, right? And I tried to get him again, but then my plane zerped around, and I was like, oh man. And I was just like, all right, well, then I'm just going to lock up these torpedo bombers and try to, like, take out those guys while I'm cycling my planes. So at this point of the battle, it looks like majority of their team is pushing west and then heading south. Our team, however, is also going west and pushing north. So I was like, okay, so we got kind of like a fair balance on the center line there. and we've got most of the enemy fleets and stuff pushed into that northwest corner. So just trying to launch all my squadrons up again. Luckily, we didn't get completely deplaned with our other strike craft, so we didn't lose all those guys. So I now have to return to ship because I'm like out of ammo. I was like, man, that just kind of sucks. So returning, kind of trying to do, and then I'm taking a look at that New Mexico up there, that Atlanta up there. They're kind of protecting that stuff. And the Atlanta's AA range is not to be strifled with, guys. Or strifled with? Is that like a word? Or is it? Yeah. Yeah. Words. Sorry, I am extremely exhausted. So, that Atlanta, later, we're going to see the kind of range on that guy. It's either that or the New Mexico's AA is a little bit better than I remember it being. Because my torpedo planes just kind of get a little hurt doing a drop on that New Mexico a little bit later in the match. So we'll just take a look, and you guys be the judge on that one. You're just like, yeah, AA on the New Mex isn't really that bad. All this other stuff. I'm trying to drop on this Nicholas guy. You know, destroyers are super pesky, running interference torpedoes, all the other stuff. So I'm trying to get some torpedoes. I did, you know, disable something on that drop. It wasn't the greatest drop ever. I could have been a lot better. But I was trying to look at the map, and I was trying to help out our team. You know, some of our team was talkative and stuff like that. You know, there was a point where I was, like, deplaned, or I couldn't really do an AA thing, and they're just like, oh, see, look at that. I completely whiffed that one. And I was like, man. So I'm trying to take him out. He gets hit by those guys, and I was just like, I spot his torpedoes. Then he gets taken out, so I didn't really do anything. And notice those fighters. I was panicked. I was like, oh man, I need to not get deplaned on my torps here. So then I'm looking around and I'm like, oh man, that New Mexico right there is just sitting there, and that Atlanta's pretty far away from him, right? I thought that's only like a 2-click difference though, just so you were aware. It looks kind of like a bigger gap than it actually is. So I'm trying to set up my torpedoes on him. He's getting hit from every which way too. So I was like, I'm going to drop on this guy, and he's going to be just, like, done. And then just check this out. Oh, I lose a fighter. And I lose another one. And I lose another one. I was like, holy crap, what's happening? And he's trying to do some really good dodging. I think I hit him once. Yeah, I get him once, which hurts him a lot, or enough for the cure-off to, you know, to grow some and charge into the cap circle, you know, because he's got a New York on the western side of that cap circle, and then an Atlanta on the eastern side. So that Kirov, you know, he's like, I got it. He gets in there, and he's like, let's brawl New Mex, and I think he ends up getting him. So let's just see. I don't think I'm like hovering over him, so we're just gonna have to watch it right there. Yep, Kirov torped him close range, and now he's putting pressure on their cap circle. It's like a crazy close match the entire time. We're like trading ship for ship like for a while here. So I'm trying. I got my fighters out now. You know, I'm trying to hang out. You know, trying to do something right with my fighters, because I just feel like the carrier pilots on the enemy team, they really coordinated well, I think, with their fighter strength, because their friendly ranger only has one fighter group. I was trying to do an attack, and I completely derped on it. I couldn't get it right, and it just, bad drop. Bad alt drop. And then, see, here's my friendly guy. I didn't notice him, actually, which was unfortunate, because, see, they're clustering all their stuff up in the north, and they're using the strength of the numbers of how many fighter squadrons they have to actually, look at it. Look at all those guys. And then I realized this, and I'm like, I'm coming, dude. Jeez. I'm trying to do, you know, he tried to do a strafe thing. He got locked up in them. To my friendly carrier pilot friend, you can continue to do the alt attack to disengage from all of those fighters. I was debating on dropping on him. I didn't want to kill them all, and I was still trying to get there anyway. So here we go. Here's our drop. We're trying to kill them all. We get a few. We didn't deplane anybody, I don't think. Nope. We're trying to drop on those guys. I'm trying to get it to work again. Hey, can you work, please? There we go. We get it to work. We get a couple of more planes. At this point, I think we're at 35 planes killed now. Yep. We're trying to get another drop before we get taken out completely. We did get one more plane, and then it's just all over. There's so many fighters. The Hirio, I think, was a fighter build because he was rocking 3 fighter squadrons, which is just insane. We're trying to drop on this guy, on this Queen guy. we get an okay, like, it's not really an okay drop. It's one single bomb hit, right? So then we're looking, we're just like, okay, so this Akatsutsu is trying to help this battleship. You know, I'm trying to look at what's the best angle to get these guys, right? You know, because I want to try to, you know, at the same time, we get another carrier. If you see this, or not a carrier, but a cruise, or the battleship, this King George, he's like, help, 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 help. They've got so many things going right there. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude, I'm deplaned. Like, there's nothing I can do. I feel so bad at this point. I'm trying to do a free drop in that smoke, trying to hit him out. And I got one. I got the DD. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Blind drop into the smoke. And I was like, oh, look at this. You know, I got him. You know, what's interesting about this is see, like, how the graphic kind of screwed up. My flood was, like, way up in the top. I didn't even see that. I didn't think I got a flood, man. And so I was just like, sorry, dude. I didn't mean to, like, I had no fighters. I couldn't run interference. Like, I'm so sorry. You know, but we got 3 floods on that enemy battleship, and he is bleeding. That Queen Elizabeth is bleeding out bad, and I didn't even know that at that time, see? And I was just trying to get my dive bombers up there again to help our DDs up in the north here. At this point, you can see we're down 2 BBs, 2 cruisers, 2 DDs, and look at that. We bled him out, and I was like, oh, hey, that's kind of nice. So at this point, we're kind of fairly even. They have 2 BBs and 2 cruisers. We have 2 BBs, 2 cruisers, and our carriers as well. So, and then this guy was just like, I knew I was, you know, screwed. I'm not going to say is what he actually said. But when I saw we had 2 Rangers, and I was like, you know, fighters out. I'm just on defense now. And then I realized his comment, and I was just like, oh, come on, man. So I was going to try to send my fighters up to the cap circle there to kind of give our guys that are in that cap circle a little bit of protection. But then I completely do the noobest of carrier things, guys. I just kind of forget about them, and they're up there just kind of like scouting while I try to focus on helping our western flank with, well, that New York just, you know, took a beef with the Arizona. But that Belfast right there, I'm like, man, we really need to get that Belfast off, because a Belfast left alone can sit in their smoke and just, like, fire you for days. So, and that's in the chat when I was just like, oh, hey, man, we were trying. You know, like, we're doing our best with what we got, you know. And so here's that fighter squadron. I kind of, like, leave them up there just for a minute because I'm trying to focus on this guy. And I'm like, you know, I need to get a good drop on this guy. So I only have my dive bombers at this point. Nothing else is cycled. My torpedo bombers, I think, are launching right now. And I'm trying to drop. I'm like, let's see if I can get a good drop on him. And let's see how we do. And look at that. 3 fires. 3 bombs, 3 fires. Is that not insane? Then I see all those fighters. I was like, holy crap. And then he pulled out. He pulled his fighters up. He's just like, oh, this Belfast is a lost cause or something like that. He was just kind of like, YOLO, bro. I don't care. He's not putting out his stuff. I only get 1 bomb on him, but I end up getting that fire on him. Then I noticed that my planes are being deplaned up here. It was just a nightmare mess. I was so distracted, like, every which way. I was not playing my fighter squadron very well at all. And then we end out, I think, yep, we're done. And then now we just got fighter squadron deplaned. I have no more fighters. That New York, though, got his butt kicked by that Tier 5... oh, I don't even know how to say that battleship. Breton? I don't think the G is silent. I don't know. Please let me know in the comments. I'm not very good at pronunciations. I am American. Anyway, I see this York just like hanging there, like I'm just not really gonna do. I'm backing up. I was on an island, and I'm like, nom 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 nom. So I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get you. You see this? And he's like, oh crap, oh crap. And then I realized, I was like, wait, he's moving. We got fighter squadrons going in. I was like, okay, I'm gonna adjust my attack and get you. And there's no way he can dodge all of that. He's gonna take it. He's gonna take it. 1, 2, 3, got him. And there's devastating strike. And we got our 4th kill. I was like, oh man, geez. At least we got him, right? And then now, you know, we lost a BB, but they lost all their other attack craft. Now it's just their carriers. And so with their carriers going, then I noticed that like our ranger, our friendly ranger, is pushing way to the east, and I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna go with you so we can use our AA kind of together, because I don't think we have defensive cooldown or defensive fire yet. Yeah, we get that in our Lexington. So he does a panicked drop on him because that one fighter squadron. I think he completely misses that. That's really unfortunate. Gets his bombers or his dive bombers in there. And I don't think he did that bad of a drop on this guy. He was kind of trying to set up, I think. I'm trying to move my planes out over there to help him out. You know, we're looking at the Hirio. We got all of our other guys, or we got our 2 cruisers, excuse me, capping up in the north. Those carriers are heading down southwest, you know, like in that position. And we'll see that Hiryu pop up here in a minute. I'm trying to move my guys. I thought that maybe like the fire was going to bleed out on him, but the Ranger stayed alive, and I was like, what? What? We can't have that, guys. So I was going to go do a drop on him with one of our dive bomber squadrons, and I shouldn't have pulled him away, honestly, because now I'm trying to get all repositioned and everything. My dive bomber is closing in on that guy, and then the Arizona took that Ranger, and I was like, all right, that's okay. Then I spotted the Hiryu fighter squadrons, you know, returning. I was like, oh man, okay, I'm gonna send up my fighter squadron or all my squadrons, you know. And, you know, we kind of tried to coordinate as best as we could, guys, and we ended up getting the cap. We were going to kill that Hiryu guy anyway. It was 1v, what was that, 4 at that end. But look at this. We did 82,000 damage. We did okay. We did shot down 37 guys. We only got almost 400,000, you know, silver, 4 kills, 6 fires, 3 floods on that one BB just solo. That, you know, that wasn't that bad, I think. You know, we placed top with experience earned by 200, you know. We got 4 kills, so if we weren't, like, in the top 3, I'd be kind of confused. And then here's that damage on those guys and the credits and experience earned. Excuse me. And still looking, working on my quests and stuff and everything. And I think we get a box or something like that. Or, no, I think we did the box when I tried to do a Lexington, guys. But, you know what? Hey, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the comments and the likes and the support that you guys leave. And if you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe and come join our clan. And I will see you in the next episode. Take care.